My name is Jules, and as always, when you join me here on my channel, you are one of my treasures. Welcome to what I like to call Area 5T1, where we do talk the 5Ts on my channel. We talk transition, we talk triathlon, we talk trends, we talk teaching, and trucks. So tonight is the official start of the weekend for everyone. Mine started last night, as I do get Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays off. I'm sorry, I just had to mute the volume on my computer as I had the computer on so I can see your comments. So welcome. I do welcome everyone in here. Please feel free to hit a like, subscribe, and jump into the chat box. Also, do realize that the channel now accepts super chats, super stickers, any of the money that does go into super chats. 20% will be given to charity. Former, welcome. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? So welcome everyone. Like I said, if any super chats are given, 20% will go to charity. Nothing much, just been cleaning the house today. It just needed a good mopping of the floor, throw out some stuff. And I've been watching movies, relaxing with my dog, watching movies too. It's been a pretty mellow day on this weekend. Hello everyone, please do leave a like and subscribe. Welcome, Fluffy. Good morning, if that's for you. I am in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so it is right now 8 o'clock. Everyone, let's try to hit 10 likes. So please do leave a like, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, please do subscribe. Super chats, super stickers are welcome. 20% goes to charity, which includes 10% going to help warm the homeless during, so I can make enough money and help warm at least 100 homeless people here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. When it snows, I want to give them my lined like rain jackets, also gloves, beanies, and socks. Also, I do want to, the other 5% does go to where I adopted my dog from. That's an animal rescue here. And the other 5% will go to the Transgender Resource Center. Dirt Bikes for Life? No, it is not. Shihan, welcome. We're just talking, getting the channel or stream started. The stream, I just started it right now. So we've been going for 4 minutes. Well, thank you, Vincent. Well, Batman, if she cheated on you, either you have a conversation with her or you decide, really, it's up to you. Nothing's wrong with them. Are they, I don't know why they aren't synced. I do film from my phone, and it might be, I'm watching myself on the computer. Usually there's a little delay. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Nothing happened. Clavicus. Um, I just realized this about myself. Throughout my life, there were times that I felt that I was not assigned the correct gender. There's nothing that made this, you know, uh, this change. There is, there is studies that, hello, Shaveen, there are studies that show that it is a medical disorder, and there are triggers in the brain. Actually, that is the first surgery I'm going to have, hopefully this year or next year. I need to, next time I see my doctor, I need to start a consult on that. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Remember, you're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure in here. Everyone is welcome here. Please keep your comments respectful. I do ask that I know people will come in here and start putting religious comments, but please do not come. I am an atheist, but I have many friends in here with religious trauma. So at a certain point, we'll just start and taking them out. In my teens, I started doing a lot of cross-dressing, but I really didn't come out till I was actually 51. Well, Clavicus, there's something that makes you feel, when you are trans, you feel uncomfortable inside. No, I haven't read anything by Sankara. I've always, I started off bisexual, and what I came out as first, but then, then I came out as trans. Clavicus, nothing to be sorry for. I feel better as myself, and because I feel like I'm expressing myself as who I truly am. Actually, no, Hugh, that's not anything having to do with it. Well, what you're probably seeing in the chat is a lot of hate talk, hate comments there, Brazil. Avita, welcome to the stream. Thanks for, guys, one of my best mods is now in here, so really let's, CLH, welcome. Yeah, that's either the heater or AC. I think right now it's turning on as heat because it is colder outside. I'm doing well, CLH. No, it's the air conditioning / heater in the house. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Well, every country's gonna make. I haven't even read the exact law what it states. I would have to really look it up. I'm gonna say I do have friends in the UK that are trans, so I would have to look at it. I will, Shabine. We need one more like to make it to 10. Please do hit a like, subscribe. Uh, Feel free to jump into the stream. Look at that, we just hit 11. I'll have to check it out, and maybe I can do another. I have a friend in the UK that is trans, so I'll maybe have to do a live stream with her. Why, good or bear? Are you saying that they're a good size? Well, Tommy Dreamer, I have been to a therapist, and they suggested that one, they did diagnose me with gender dysphoria, and she's the one that suggested I start my hormone replacement therapy. Hello, Jungwoo. I'm Tommy. I am an atheist, and usually, thank you. We don't get into the Jesus talk in here. 5T1, we talk about transition, we talk triathlon, we talk trends, teaching/tips, and trucks. You know, I haven't been to the gym in a while, so I couldn't tell you how much I could bench. James Baker, I said it. I'm not going to talk about God here. I like to work on trucks. I have a Nissan Xterra that I am doing a resto mod. You know, being a godless person, I think I do better than I did when I was in any type of faith or religion. Thank you, and welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Hello, Pavi. Well, I prefer to go by Jules. Juliana will probably be the official on the birth certificate and my ID. Well, Vincent, the thing is, you know, the more of us that come out and talk on here, the the more we can advocate for each other. Um, and Clavicus, we already get that, and we we can deal with we deal with it every day. We get the haters, political haters. We get, or due to their politics, or they hate on us for being trans. And I'm saying we because some of my friends in here are trans. Also, we get the religious uh, hate comments. So I've never gotten a physical hater. I've been out in public and never had. Although I live in a blue state, actually I consider it a purple state because yes, uh, it is a liberal state, meaning the whole state government is democratic, but yet, I can go out and open carry. Well, it depends where you are, Vincent. Like, for example, here in New Mexico, it's very easy to transition. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Remember, everyone is welcome here, but please do keep comments respectful. We've had a great night last night. We got up to about 1,533 subscribers. We've gained 8 new ones already. So thank you, everyone, for helping the channel grow. It does help spread the algorithm. And also, I do want to say that we do have merch. I've noticed a few sales of merch lately, so I do want to thank those of you who have bought merch. We need Jesus. Okay. I have a friend named Jesus. In fact, we call him Chewy. I do have merch. I'm going to post the link again. Someone just posted John 3:16. Someone posted it yesterday, and they actually gave a super chat for it. So if you guys want your words read on the screen, you can post a super chat, and I will read it out loud. But please do keep comments respectful. Hey, Yadira, that's okay. I was a little late. I said 7, but I came on at 8. I was watching Mama Shar's channel for a little bit while I was getting my makeup done and stuff. So, well, Vincent, that's what this channel is for. So you can come and talk with us. We have all kinds of different perspectives in here. I'm doing great, Ruse, with Ruse Marin. Told you so. We're doing great. Yadira and Avita, both of you do fantastic work. It is 8:18 here in New Mexico right now. A Dutchman, I actually ate a Flying Dutchman this past week. I actually ate two of them. No, I don't like well, I used to listen to Ozzy, but um, yes, Lydia, I am trans. New Mexico's great. I've been here for close to a year and a half. I don't know. There's right now a chance that I may move to California. I grew up in California, so there's a chance I may head out that way. Uh, I cannot do backflips. Uh, a Flying Dutchman, do you guys know? Have you ever gone to In-N-Out Burger? I would suggest you look up their not so secret menu. I'm not in Santa Fe. I'm in Albuquerque. You have a good night, Vincent. It's not a requirement here. Yes, Ruse, I love Albuquerque. It's just been good, but a couple opportunities came up from my work in San Diego, and I would be close to family. Yeah, San Diego is probably the best weather one can go to and have in the world. The weather is always nice. Thank you, nobody. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. I grew up in Chula Vista. What do you mean invoke and manifest? Very well said, Vincent, or Dusty. Thank you, Vincent, for the super sticker there. Remember, all super stickers, super chats, 20% of that will go towards charity. Um, oh, yeah, that was a super chat. So, that's a start for tonight. Well said, Ruse. Um, so that's our start for the night. I do want to say, give that a big thumbs up right there. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Where did you go, Vincent, in Chula Vista to have adobada? If anybody ever wants to go, some great tacos, and they're in Chula Vista. They started off. It's Tacos El Gordo, and you go there and you get this big tray, and then you go down the counter ordering how much, you know, of each taco you want, whether it's carne asada, adobada, birria, whatever. Well, Max Holloway, that's a thing, is it's not called a maiden name, it is called a dead name. I didn't I hear you can add a Cash App onto here, but I I haven't. Like, I don't know how one does it. So, like I said, you can do it through. Right now, I only have my super chats and stickers. Yeah, I've gone to Tacos El Gordo, and I ate. Last time I went there, I had about 12 tacos. We're doing fantastic, you guys. I think we're going on a bigger, quicker pace than yesterday. We're almost at 1,000 views right now. We're doing great. Yeah, my sister helps run a restaurant near a restaurant near Hillcrest. It's in Little Italy. Yeah, it's called Born and Raised. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, there is skate parks, but I remember the old school skate parks, the Oasis. I don't know. You probably wouldn't know where the Oasis one was. Was under the Interstate 8. I'm not a I'm not a tooth smiler. I smile more with my mouth closed. Jimmy, it's called a dead name for some reason. Ruse, that is not something I give on here. Dead names, they're dead for a reason. Okay, got it. Oh, I'm getting, yeah, doing some like almost reverse psychology. Hi, Ashley. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like. Welcome, Reagan. Welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone that's coming on. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Uh, that that's the basically like the AC slash heater in the house. I think it's AC right now. It feels kind of cool in here. Uh, like someone said, they call it the ASMR heater. You know, I will probably be live. I did a 3 hour live last night, and we had a great time with my mods in here. We can have a good chat. Um, began my journey, I would say, um, what, yeah, 2 years ago, actually 3 years ago, I'm gonna say. Like, what kind of advice are you saying, Raul? I mean, just live your life as who you are. And if you feel a different gender, just live who you truly feel inside. Yeah, we can do a 3 hour one tonight. I slept in this morning, so hello, John. Welcome to the stream. No, I've seen you in here before. Yadira does a great job. She's a pretty new mod on here, but she's done a fantastic job. And I also have another one in here, Avita. She does a fantastic job. Actually, I'm going to get to meet her in person this month, which is going to be cool. Well, welcome, Pat, or Zach, whatever you want to go by. Yeah, archery. Actually, on my I have a lot of merch that does show like pulling back, uh, archer pulling it back on a bow. It's actually just the arms. It's pretty cool. So, so if you guys want to check out the merch store, also any money made from the merch store, 20% goes to charity. Um, well, I don't know where you're gonna find Greg merch. I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm looking down as I'm reading your comments off my computer screen, because I can see them better there. Yes, actually, Magic, I do know several trans people. I have lots of main friends in here. A lot of them are my moderators. I have lots of subscribers that are. I have a friend here that is also another trans YouTuber. She just mentioned me on her channel a little bit ago, but I will say if you ever want to talk to another trans YouTuber, do go to Mama Shar, Momma space Char. Uh, Thank you, Rupert. And she does fantastic YouTube streams every day. I watch her. She'll jump on here. Um, yeah, Mama Shar, fantastic. I was just on her stream while I was setting up mine, and and I actually know her in person too. So that's really cool. She lives like not like about 10 minutes away from me. So, it's great to have friends that are. Well, I'm very old school. I'm 54. I'm a 54-year-old transgender woman. Thank you so much, CLH. You guys, also a thing I do say, remember any super stickers, super chats. We've already gotten one for $2. 20% will go to charity. Then the other percent, 80% just goes back to making the channel better. Whether it be later on get a green screen or better cameras, better computer, stuff like that. Maybe someday we'll be making enough to be able to send some money to my moderators, or at least where I can buy them some merch. Hey, no. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, you are a treasure here. Remember, you are in Area 5T1. Okay, Vincent, you have a good day. That's a sign right there. It says Area 51. Actually, I waited till late in life. I started coming out as trans at age 51. I had feelings of being trans my whole life. After potty training, I only wanted to use the bathroom sitting down. After, in my teenage years, when I was home alone, I would always want to, put on my mom's makeup, and dress in her or my sister's clothes. Welcome, Karate Chops. And actually, yes, I am single. I'm actually in the middle of divorce, but I consider myself single. And before anybody asks, this had nothing to do with the divorce. The whole separation was already starting before I came out trans. Let's see. I'm looking around. I don't know what you're talking about. That's Elf back there. You know, uh, drag shows, drag's an art, and even many of the people that do drag, a lot of the men that do drag are straight. So I know in many places they used to do uh, reading, you know, Reaper. I'm gonna report that as actually as terrorism because you're reporting about, you know, what your statement does sound like you are telling me to hurt myself. Oh, you got it, Avita? But cool. I saw that, Yadira. Yeah, and whenever they say stuff like that, like I've had some like spell out like kill yourself or they offer if I need more bullets, I always um I'll report it as an act of terrorism because they are saying that they want me uh dead. That's what they are stating in their statement. Although I am a big advocate for the Second Amendment, um, that's why I'm an independent voter. Um, well said. Yeah, people shouldn't be saying those things because if people, some people may actually do it. Yes, Taco Bell, I have been married. Here they go once again. Uh, Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Nope, no trauma. T Glizzy, you are so stuck in what are stereotypes that people have. You know, and there's no reason I would do that. Oh, I know. We're going to have one. Actually, hopefully Yadira will be here. And maybe I can try to get Lena on here because she just like hides in the background and gets everybody. I was just visiting there too, Ruse. I was there last week. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, remember you are a treasure here. Please do hit a like, subscribe, and jump into the chat with us. We're having um, we're all having a great conversation in here. Well, you can enjoy what you want to eat. We are doing fantastic on the new subs. We're having a great weekend as far as viewership. Also, do remember we can now do super chats or super stickers. Any little amount will help. 20% will go to charity. The 80% will go to improving the channel for all of you. Better lighting, better, more decor or green screen. Okay, T. Glizzy, I will give 20%. 10% I take out. I put aside in my own bank account. I will order Mylar lined raincoats for the homeless, along with a pair of socks for each one. I will also order beanies and gloves. So my plan is to have 100 packets like that and go hand them out to the homeless. No, I said 20% will go to a charity. So 10% goes to the homeless, and then 5% goes to Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, and 5% to Albuquerque Humane, New Mexico, where I adopted my dog. The other 80% goes to the channel. You should have a place on the screen that says subscribe. Hello, not real? Hello, Bill. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Look at that. We have 51 concurrent viewers right now. We're big into the number 51 here on this channel. And Sunday, always remember, you guys, best holiday of the year is May the 4th. Mahosh, I think I think I have a subscriber with that name. In fact, I think he might even be a moderator. My dog, right here laying on the floor, he's Mellow Dog. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do hit a like and subscribe. That'd be interesting there, Ruth. Bill, I will only add mods after a time where I can trust the person. I don't just, get someone that can be, hey, can I be a mod? I have to have them on my channel for a while and then find that I can trust them. Spirit Ghost, this is a YouTube channel where we're having a Ooh, that sounds interesting there, Ruse. I'm gonna have to look that up. I have lots of stuff that you know, I like to read for my on my channel. Like one of the biggest things I have been doing is I've been talking about my deconstruction uh, from the Mormon Church. So I've been reading what I call the rookie manual of the Mormon Church, breaking it down and teaching people why they should do their research before they join, um, as I have left, and it's amazing how much I have. It's not a spiritual channel. I am an atheist, so I do have a whole playlist on that, Ruse. So I'm just so what I'm doing on that playlist, I kind of give the basics of the church and telling about my actual experience in it. So it kind of shows people to make sure you make an informed consent before you join. Don't just do the 4 lessons that the missionaries give you and then say, oh, yes. And they always ask you on the first lesson whether you want to get baptized. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Oh, one of my hashtags on my live streams on the description is always hashtag ex-Mormon or hashtag, you know, leaving Mormonism. I always do that. So it kind of brings in people. And on those videos, I do several hashtags, ex-Mo, ex-Mormon, uh, leaving Mormonism when I do those videos. I do have a whole playlist. There's about 40 videos in that playlist. It, um, there's, there's, I don't know how it could be a member of a faith, I would say. And I don't, you know, I'm a member of a church of atheism. I actually belong to a church where that, you know, really we don't talk about any, uh, so yeah, a friend of mine just started a church of atheism. And actually, he did have a very good, and that's why I do the handing out stuff for the homeless, because we started what we call a mission of reason this winter to blanket the homeless in, like I started one here in Albuquerque, and he did one in, um, and one in Salt Lake City of all places. So he would go blanket people in Salt Lake City and help them get warm when the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints wasn't. What's asexual mean? That's people that don't, uh, you know, really don't like people of any gender. Like they, Yeah, I know there's been another atheist church too. This one is called the Church of Korahor. So you can find it here on YouTube. That's where we do our sermons. Is what we call. Yes, snail mail. You're right. Not no sexual attract. Okay. Wasn't that on Family Guy? Turfily. Actually, Adira, that was a thing from Family Guy. Peter Griffin was trying to figure out what religion he belonged to, and started off with the Mormon joke, and he had a bunch of wives there. Uh, got it, Avita? Then he tries all these different ones, and then eventually he creates his own Church of the Fawns. Well, as far as genders, there are two, but one can be a male to female transgender woman. Go ahead and spirit ghost. Yeah, thank you, Ruse. We, we definitely love the support here on the channel. I say we because everybody together, um, we're you know a family here basically, and all of you that have joined in here are treasures. Hello, Leah. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Da. Thank you for the compliment. Well, thank you, Ruse. I really appreciate the comments that you've been giving. They're all been very positive, and remember, you're always welcome in here. Um, that's who we welcome in here. We welcome people that are positive and and just basically, don't insult others. Welcome, everyone. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Um, we are doing fantastic in this first hour of views. We're at around, we're already over 2,000. Uh, my main topics is like to talk about transition. We can talk about triathlon. We can talk trends like different clothing I wear. This is just a nice little top I've had for a long time. I talk about, uh, I do some teaching, give some tips. Now, when it comes to that, it has subcategories. Um, so, for example, within teaching and tips, I do talk about being prepared in times of disaster. I talk about um, high demand religions or my exit from the Mormon church. Um, and then I talk about, I do some on urban legends. I've done one so far on that. I haven't gotten a chance to go down to Roswell yet and film there. And then I do also talk about, I show some recipes online when I do cook. I show some of the recipes I cook. So you live in New Mexico? I live in Albuquerque, JVAD. I did the Denver airport. Okay, I'm an ABQ, the 505. Okay, I'm up by the mountains. I'm in Northeast. My father's always been proud of me, Retro. Oh, Isaac, you know what? Being happy is what I like to, be on earth. Whatever happens after here, really, I think um, it, it happened. I don't know what happens after here. So good night, Ghost. Okay, actually, this is a pretty interesting one I get all the time about transitioning children. And will state that I think one thing they should allow, if children are feeling dysphoria, they should uh, be allowed to talk to a therapist, but they should not allow them to have medication or surgery until they are 18, as Avita here just stated. They should be at an age where they can account for themselves, an age of accountability. I know it's been changed to, I think it was 19, and so I that's my take on it. Everybody can have their own opinion, but yeah, I think that it should be until age 18 or 19. I beg to differ with you because I felt dysphoria as a young person, but um, just from cultural norms, I continued to be, you know, a guy. I never said anything to my parents. Yeah, if something is deemed medically necessary, I think that um, that then yes, and that's basically how the law is right now. You're welcome. I'm always willing to share my perspective on things. It's there was just a lot of changes in the law here, um, so in the U.S. Yeah, I know. In Europe right now, it's becoming very, very controversial. Also, my take is that they shouldn't. That maybe we need to start new categories in sports. Okay, so snail mail the executive order for the 18. It just pushed it to 19. If I'm right, they said that people at 19 can get HRT. That's what I think. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. As Yadira just said, please do hit a like and subscribe on the channel. I've got two great mods in here. I've got Yadira and Abida. They're greatly appreciated. Thank you, Albanian. You know, our channel just keeps growing dramatically by leaps and bounds. We've already gotten 12 new subs today. So that's awesome. I want to thank everyone. That's true, Avita. That's well said. It's all in the verbiage. Because everything has to do. Hello, Antonio. Hola, Antonio. ¿Cómo estás? Muchas gracias. It's all in the verbiage. I remember when I used to be in road medic, the way you worded your report would tell, that's how insurance companies say, are they going to pay or not? If I say the patient walked to the stretcher, and the insurance company's going to say, oh, this person was good enough to walk. Do you think they're going to need an ambulance? No. So if they pretty much so what I would do is always just put a hand on them and say I assisted them as I walked them to the stretcher, and that was an assist. So like Avita is saying here, it changes the perception. Yeah, my insurance covers it, Avita. Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do hit a like, subscribe to the channel. Oh, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I actually have a friend that works for Blue Cross Blue Shield and says they are very LGBTQ friendly. And hi Brandon, welcome to the stream. And on top of that, I have the federal employee program, Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is probably one of the better insurance plans at my work, and yeah, it helps cut the costs a lot. No, I wasn't born in New Mexico. I was born in California. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to jump in and chat with us. Please do keep comments respectful. You know, no. Okay, Samai, I will tell you about our live stream here. We've got a pretty good group of people in here. We discuss, as you can see, my name is Jules. Everyone that's in here at this time, everyone's a treasure, especially my subscribers. And basically, when you come in here, you come into what I call Area 5T1, kind of like Area 51, and we discuss 5 different T's on here. I talk about transition, I talk about triathlon, I talk trends, I do some teaching from time to time, that's mainly in videos, and I talk about trucks. I do. I'm doing a resto mod on what I call the Gem X, and that's my 2008 Xterra, which I'm doing. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I've got a great channel. I've got lots of great subscribers. I've got 2 great mods in here. So feel free to hit a like and subscribe to the channel. What's a mod? That's a moderator. So I've got 2 people that are moderators. If you look on the channel here in the stream, you will see people with little blue wrenches. They make sure that people keep things respectful in here. That's one big thing about my channel. Like Yadira right here, her name is in blue and has a little wrench by it. She makes sure things are, and there's also another one. Her name's Avita, and and there she came on next. They're friends of mine. They've been here for a while. Hello, Monkey K. But you know, they have volunteered. I do want to eventually compensate them once the channel starts. We do take what's called a super chat or a super sticker. So and basically, like Yadira says, the satisfaction of helping our community, that's what I get. I do want to eventually get them merch. Maybe that's what I'll start off by doing. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I don't know, we can there's lots of things we can talk this weekend. With today's May 2nd, so that means we have a holiday coming up. To me, it's a holiday. In fact, I did a video last year on it because it was May the 4th. I don't know how many of you will get this, but it is considered Star Wars Day. Um, and I always, on that day, I tend to pull out my Star Wars t-shirt and have. Actually, I don't know what is going on between Mexico and Brazil. With me, really, when I go out in public, I hardly get any reaction. I think I get more people ask questions like this or spread or do any type of hate is in here. Um, Hello, Angel Rose, welcome. The Pilgrim Sand Party. I would have to, actually, I would have to do some research on that. Fate. If I want to talk about something, I need to do my research. Let's see. What is it? So what I'm getting here, this is more of a like cartoon type thing. Actually, Chad, let's talk about your comment here. So are you saying that Jesus? Oh, I wanted to tell me the way he said it, surrender to Jesus. So it sounded to me like he was saying that he was some aggressor war tyrant, you know? With how holy they say he is, and righteous, is he actually a tyrant like that I need to surrender to him? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Well, thank you. Fate, I will have to really look into that. To me, it looks like it's a gamer thing because it's like on fandom, so that it's popping up. Hello, Mermaid. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Feel free to hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Uh, continue chatting with us. Everybody is welcome in here. Keep comments respectful. Um, well, that depends on their strategy, Fate. They can't just charge him. They can use other ways. Plus, do we really want to think? That's what I said. If they have prep time, they could probably definitely do it. Hello, Joseph. Welcome to the stream. I have a friend that she actually went down. Oh no, she went down to Antarctica. So she has pics about it on her Instagram. She would do medical missions all the time. Hello, Ari. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that's awesome, Avita. That'd be interesting to do. I had a boss and she was from Alaska. And I had some other friends from Alaska. What flag? And I am 54. I mean, there's so many different flags. Hello, Fenty. Welcome to the stream. Bueno, ¿cómo estás? Oh, that's awesome. Welcome, some other Cobra. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do hit a like. Is that like on Dodgeball? The Super Cobras? And then you had the Average Joes. So what's everybody's plans for the weekend? We could talk about that. Tomorrow I actually have a doctor's appointment on a Saturday. I do cold coffees. Avita, in fact, I don't make them. I usually just go to like Starbucks and get a Frappuccino. Or I would do a pod, if anything. I, I don't even have a coffee pot. Over the weekend, I plan to make some salsa. Oh, I could do maybe I can do one of my cooking videos with that. Or, well, no, because then I'll give away my secrets. That's kind of a secret one. Yeah, see, if anything, I would do it like Yadira. I would probably put, if I did hot chocolate or hot coffee, I would do milk and regular sugar. No, CLH, when it comes to my salsa, which is also how I make my chili, I will not give that one away. It's good. It's spicy. In fact, I have to probably make it tomorrow because it's for work on Monday, so I need it to get spicy. Wow, girls, you took over the stream there, Tira and Avita. Hello, everyone. Welcome. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Just jump onto the channel, talk with me and my mods. We are having a great time. As always, everyone is welcome here. Please keep comments respectful. We just like, to talk about, we focus on the 5Ts, but we can be, like right now we were talking about our plans coming up. Will you disclose in person? Well, thank you, Julin. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, please do hit a like and subscribe. You guys, right now what we're having is like, I say in about 15 minutes, we're going to take a little spike in people coming in. Usually happens at the 45, coming into the top of an hour. I have noticed, I'm starting to notice patterns of when, when people tend to jump in. Right now we've had close to 3,000 views. We do have 42 likes. We're at 1548 on subs. So that means we've gotten 15 new subscribers here. Awesome. Oh, that's great. That would be, that is hilarious, Abida. Welcome, everybody. Feel free to jump in. Me, for skincare, I've been doing moisturizing my face. Um, I can't think of the brand. It was actually, I'm, well, I was going to give you a good suggestion. It works great. Moisturizing, it is not just about something for women. It's also, men should moisturize also. Hello, Boeing Blog. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, CLH. If we're, you know, you're helping out a lot with that. Helps out the algorithm. I'm doing great, Pool. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Please do hit a like, subscribe to the channel. Two more subscribers and we hit 1550. Thank you. No, I don't. And I hear that a lot, Mr. MCU. I actually am from California, but I live in New Mexico at this time. Got it. You guys can probably hear my dog drinking some water in the background. He was a little thirsty, it sounds like. Hey, Lily, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I don't know if you've been here, but if you notice, the channel has grown. We now have like 1,550 subscribers, and um, we now can take super chats. Yeah, I think, yeah, your name does sound familiar. Um, Actually, my lipstick is actually LA color. And the color, I remember this one, it is called Vintage. Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's called Vintage, and it's made by LA Color. What? Why Michael Murray if he needed it? He needed it. He's just been sleeping the whole time that we've been here. It's getting chilly in here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you're just joining us, you're on with Jules. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Thank you, Kevin Guy. Welcome. Hit a like, subscribe to the channel. Everyone is welcome in here. Please do keep comments respectful. We have been doing fantastic over the last 48 hours. What, 10,000 views on the channel? Um, Last night we had over 6,000 in 3 hours, and right now we've just hit 3,007. Tonight we have one super chat that was given by Vincent Vega. So remember super chats. Yes, it is a UFO light. I have UFO. Then I have an alien over here off to the side, an alien light, and then I have Saturn right here. Unfortunately, this guy wags his tail so much that he that he tore some of the cables on them. I need to fix them. Kevin, if you look at the bottom of the chat, there is a little dollar sign. You can click on that and you'll get a highlighted chat on the channel. You can say, give a comment. And there's different amounts. You can give $1.99, whatever. Or there's just super stickers, and they'll be read. And so, I make sure I read all super chats that are given. Now, super chats, 20% of what is given 5% will go to where I adopted this guy. Um, then 5% goes to Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico. And then 10% I put aside. And during the winter, I go out and give supplies to the homeless uh, to help them to stay warm. So this year my packets this year the packets will include kind of like a raincoat that's mylar lined. I would give them gloves. I give them a beanie and socks. So and then so that's basically hello, Ladia. I know you were in here yesterday, huh? Well, some of them do, but I just want them to stay warm. That's why we call it rapture, like WRAPTURE. Yes, he's sleeping. He's very mellow. That's why I adopted him. Um, he does get hyper at times. He's a Dalmatian mix. So I don't know how many of you know Dalmatians. They tend to be a hyper breed. Well, thank you, Guy or Kevin. Um, yeah, I still have a bag full of beanies and gloves here. This year, um, I just did the beanies and gloves. Now between the spring and summer, I will have more time to make money to get all the supplies. My goal will be to do at least 100 people. And then what I do, his name, that's Thomas. Look at that, we've reached 51 likes, you guys. Remember, number 51 is significant in this channel. I do have a video where I talk about why the number 51 is significant. So thank you, Cynthia. If since you say you're doing the same thing, you are too. I'm doing it you know, the being, I'm a God, honestly, I belong to a godless church, and we do that as a mission of reason, and we just, use what money that we can. Exactly, I tell you, 51. Have a good one. Glad seeing you here. My friend from Canada. Peter, I do have some nice trans friends, but she already has a girlfriend. I myself, I am separated, but still married in a way, but And Peter, in my case, I still like women. So, yeah, and that's basically how I do it. Whatever comes onto my YouTube channel donated, or through a super chat or a super sticker, I take 20%, I take 10% to supply those, uh, for getting those supplies. Another 5% goes to the rescue where I adopted um, my pup here. Then the other 5% goes to Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico. So kind of spreading, 20% of it all around. Um, then the other 80% goes to improving the channel. Um, I'm looking at it right this past month, just uh, in supers, we made, as of yesterday, we made $160. So, but I think 130 once it's all it's for April. Do you mean? Did you mean? Do you mean Timu there, Avita? Because that's where I tend to buy my supplies. Because they're inexpensive. Oh, oh, you're talking about an app for dating. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Thank you, Cynthia. You do. I really like how you post that comment from time to time. Another way I do it, Cynthia, with uh, to get money. I also sell merch for my channel. So this is my merch store, and people, if they buy their merch, same thing, 20% goes to charities. Actually, Joseph, I don't. It's actually getting chilly in my house, you guys. I think that's actually the AC running, which it didn't do last summer. Yeah, that's always a good way to do it too, is like the best way I did it is I started looking around where to get merch made, and I went on Printify. And Printify, you can choose what type of merch. I have coffee that I sell there with my label. And what you do is you go on there, and um, you can use AI and tell them what you want your label to look like, and it'll pop up a label for you. Actually, Brenda, yeah, I've been losing some weight. I've actually gone down about 30 pounds. Like, Thank you, Brenda. I mean, it took a lot. We had a little weight loss challenge going on at work, um, and I had already gone to my doctor to see about losing weight. So you guys have probably all seen ads for the GLP-1s, and the only one um, the only one my insurance covered was Wegovy. Now, Wegovy, the thing is, you can't just take the shot and expect to lose weight because you took the shot. Yes, it kind of messes and said it makes you feel full. In other words, it tells you, hey, your stomach is not going to take in as much food. So, and then and then what you do though is that you also have to commit not just to taking the medicine, but also changing your diet. And for me, it was one of my biggest things, and the pharmacist told me, is that when you change your diet, it's not so much about giving up your guilty pleasures, but it's also about you just kind of like with me, it was Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, I used to drink 2 to 3 a day of the 20 ounces. Um, and when I started, I went down to 12-ounce cans, and then, yes, Billy Boy, I identify as a transgender woman, um, and therefore and then so I went down to 12-ounce cans, so 2 a day. Now I'm down to 7.5-ounce mini cans, and I think I'm down to 1 a day. I've only had one today. Sometimes I'll have two if I decide to uh, indulge a little bit, but that's it. Then my food intake has gone down. So, well, and that's the big thing about it, Avita. It, you can have the sweet tooth, but you can also control it. It just, take, you know, just lower it down. Hello, Robert. The other thing for that I did was to make sure I got exercise. Is I adopted this guy here because now I know I have to go out and walk him. So they said 120 to 150 minutes of exercise per week. So that means I just have to take him out for a walk. And that's, I mean, so this is, I got him to help me and help him. He needed out of the rescue. I felt really good in getting this guy. I also looked at another guy named Brian, but I thought he would be sipping on martinis and smoking cigarettes all day. Actually, no. But this guy, I got him. He's his breed is mostly Dalmatian, and this is my 5th Dalmatian. Exactly, that's why I'm saying he would have been sipping on martinis and smoking cigarettes. Um, but this guy, he when he does wake up, he has Thomas here has lots of energy. And he's very He's 5 years old. Brian was 1 year old. Even with his energy, he doesn't destroy the house, like doesn't tear up pillows or anything like that. Well, but when he gets happy and he starts wagging his tail, yeah. That's why my neon lights aren't working right now. He wags it so hard, he actually tore the cables on them. So now I have to get a little soldering iron, solder them back together, and but no big deal. That's why I got him. He's a family member now. So he's a treasure. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Well, Billy Boy, yes. As a teenager, I really felt I was. I would, when I was home alone, I would try on mom's makeup, clothing, stuff like that. But due to the gender norms in my generation growing up and everything, it was hard to come out. It so it was not an easy thing. It's a cultural thing. It's a generational thing. I'm a Gen Xer, so in our era, it wasn't an easy. It wasn't noted as much. But and it wasn't an easy thing to do back then. I'm of Mexican descent. Um, so you're taught machismo. You're taught not that you have to be the man. You have to be the man of the house. And then so you know there's all there's also religious norms. I went to Catholic school, and they always taught how much of a sin it was. Then I converted to Mormonism, and they're even worse with it. So no, it is expected because many people do have gender dysphoria. And youngers, you need to learn that. Obviously, you know, you need to know that we are, as transgender people, and I have several here in the stream, uh, it it is only 1% of the population. So people, oh, good night, Cynthia. So why is it that 1% of that the other 99% of the population is being so afraid of, um, 1%? I'm not saying I'm like a biological woman, but I am saying I do feel. Oh, you took them off there, huh? And I'm not preaching to you. I'm just telling you about my experience. Well said there, Brenda. Well said, Avira. Very well said. Thank you, Austin. Welcome to the stream. Exactly, Brenda. That's how it is. You know, we should all express ourselves as who we are. No, I'm just replying to others' comments to Yuggers. To everyone I've come out to, they haven't been upset. They've been great. Happy Friday, Cincinnati Drew. Thank you for that little super chat there. That is greatly appreciated. You know, 20% will go to charity. As you can see, everyone, Cincinnati Drew, one of my subs, is saying Happy Friday and has given a super chat. Billy Boy, usually on the weekends, I try to do every day on my weekends. So that includes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I try to do one stream a day and try to do 2 to 3 hours on each stream. Like right now, we're starting on the 3rd hour. And then most weeks I try to do a Tuesday stream. I used to do just a video on Tuesday, called Transition Tuesday. Now I'm turning them into streams. I haven't done one in about 2 weeks. And it's usually because when I get home, look at it, he's looking at us. He's all wound up. Well, Billy Boy, as of right now, for this past, we just got monetized in this past month. So $162.11. So it just depends on how much people, decide, to throw out on super chats. So that's just for 1 month. So that means $16 will go towards purchasing stuff for the homeless, $8 to I'll probably round it up to 10 to where I adopted Thomas here, and 10 to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico. What advice would I give to my 30-year-old self? I would tell my 30-year-old self to express myself as the person I truly feel inside, and not to be afraid to come out. I will tell you what I was doing at the age of 30. I was actually, 10 years into the Mormon church. And at that time, when I was 30, is when, which proposition, it wasn't Prop 8 in California, because that was the second one, but there was another proposition that they just wanted to add 14 words to the California Constitution saying that marriage should only be between a man and a woman. And the Mormon church was pushing it so much that when the bishop stood up at the pulpit, they would talk about coming to church, picking up signs, going and uh, putting them on people's lawns. So I would definitely tell my 30-year-old self that that was wrong. Having a church guide you to tell other people that their life is incorrect, that's bad. Okay, where I stand politically, I'm registered independent, so I look at um, as things, you know, from my perspective, and will vote on different things how I feel they should be. So I don't, I look at the candidates and see which one's the best. So yeah, Billy Boy, like for example, like me, let's look at like me. Yes, I'm big into LGBTQIA plus community having their rights and not being taken away. Um, and then um, but yet, and this is what someone keeps, and they're not even here, and I did what they wanted to. I'm big into, the Second Amendment, defending my Second Amendment rights. Hello, Dilbert. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. If you'd like to, please do hit super chat, super sticker. Uh, 20% does go to charity. I mean, um, I own basically, well, for example, in many states, they're trying to take away uh, the ability to even transition. When I was in Florida, I was started transitioning, my uh, my doctor called and said he would no longer give um, hormone replacement therapy because of an order signed by DeSantis. Okay, Billy Boy. And that's one thing I always appreciate, a straight conversation. And hey, Deja, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here, girl. What do you mean? How is that, Yoggers? Are you meaning about my doc taking away my? Basically, they called me and canceled my appointment to renew my hormone replacement therapy. What do you mean I'm not practicing what I preach? What rights? I mean, if I should have a right to be able to uh, express myself as who I truly am. Thank you, Faithy ASMR. That's awesome, Deja. I'm glad you're getting some good, some affirming care. I love that you come on here. Let's plan on doing you know, a stream soon. Um, I'll try to plan it out when. There, Brenda, I do follow a couple of people that are, and I'll say Exmos because that's what we, as ex-Mormons, we call each other. And he or she is, one of them is transgender woman, and she does go out of country to do a lot of it. But uh, my insurance here will cover some of them, a lot of my surgery. If I make the, would it meet the my what $10,000 a year copay, I can basically do my, get my surgeries, and the highest I'll ever pay is what, I think 10. Oh, that's awesome, Deja. I've been paying for mine, just that I have insurance that covers for it too. I In Florida they were just not letting us because the governor signed the order, and many states are doing so too. That's where the rights are being. I mean, you can do a transition without hormones, but you you know, as your dysphoria will continue. Correct, Avita. I get what you're saying. It was an executive order signed by DeSantis saying that trans. It started off with trans youth could not get hormone replacement therapy, but then the way he worded it, it affected many adults. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Oh, I know. We're coming in on our last 45 minutes, but yeah, we are getting some comments. Yeah, Yoggers, yes, but I was there when it all happened, and it affected my care too, because the way he wrote it, it did affect some adults' care. He changed it to where, for example, I had a nurse practitioner. I'm doing great, 5 minute. Please do hit a like and subscribe. For example, he made it to where you could no longer do telehealth appointments. Um, and um, and you could no longer go to a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant. So you had to go to a doctor. He can just be hidden from the channel. Okay, you got that. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Looks like we're getting another little spike here. We got 41 viewers right now. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Please, if you would like to, we've gotten $3.99 in super chats, which is fantastic. Because 20% of that will go towards to charity, 10% going to help homeless people, 5% to where I adopted my dog, and 5% to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico. Do you even know how much more? But do you know what the role of an NP is, Yoggers? I'm a nurse. I know exactly what NPs do. Many times, a nurse practitioner is probably better to go to, because a nurse will look at things more holistically. And even some nurse practitioners nowadays are DNPs. That means that they have a doctorate in nurse practitioner. Oh, I just have the trans flag. Is that what you're talking? Oh, what frag? A fragrance. I don't. You know, I don't know what. I don't really use perfume that much. But if I got some, I would try to go a little old school. And someone I knew had this fantastic one, and it was called Poison, and it was awesome. So it can be rouge. So NPs can be red. Rouge. A doctor can be rogue. Joggers. I knew of a doctor in Florida. You'd walk in and tell him all the relatives you knew that you had, and you could ask him and say, what medications that they needed, and he would write you the prescription. All he would do was write down your vital signs after he did them. He would write it on a piece of paper, and you tell him what you want. People would go ask him for old school diet medications like phentermine and stuff like that. And then he had a pharmacy next door. They would go and they would get it filled there. That's something the governor decided it had to be. That was DeSantis. You know, I'll tell you the thing about NPs. Remember, nurses are very holistic, that look at things in a very holistic manner. Doctors just focus on getting a diagnosis and working with that, getting a differential diagnosis and curing it. While nurses are more holistic, yes, because NPs start from being a nurse. Yeah, doctors, but nurses give, like nurse practitioners do give a diagnosis, but they look at the person holistically. Hello, Abdullah Child, Omar. Good morning, blanks. Well said, Deja. Love that comment. And the ones that are with doctorates, they might make it a law where they're gonna have. So that's like saying you're a nurse and a doctor. So you know that's it's kind of, I've always find that weird when I was in nursing school. Hello everyone, please make sure to hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Uh, we are growing tremendously. Right now we're at 1,552 subscribers. My goal is probably by the end of the year, let's try to make 3,000. We're halfway, and I think we've grown by 1,000 in the past couple of months. Or no, almost 1,200, I should say. Um, okay, so this is not, when you say, why did you become a girl? It's not that you just decide to wake up one day and become one. It's because inside all your, my life, I felt I am one. And therefore, I needed to align with the proper, as who I truly am. Yockers, though, Deja has been on my channel for a very long time, and she is a very good friend, and I know of a lot of, we've actually had a live stream, me and her, talking, and, she's a fantastic individual. And I will defend her to the end. She, has gone through a lot. Deja did serve our nation. So that's one thing. We have to thank her for her service. You know, okay. Well, Chicken, our channel is about the five T's. We talk about transition, talk about triathlon, we talk trends, we talk some teaching and tips, and we talk about trucks. Joggers, it comes down to this. Um, like I said, Deja's been here a lot. A big, she's a friend. It's transition. I'm a 54-year-old transgender woman. It's triathlon, as I like to participate in. Trends. We talk about clothing and makeup and stuff like that we like, how we, um, and there's videos, what I talk about. Um, Trends, like I said, and then teaching, I do teach about certain things. Um, I talk about high demand religions and my time in the Mormon church. Talk about cooking, survival tips, um, and trucks. Yes, I have a 2008 Nissan Xterra that I recently bought for $1,500. I am doing a resto mod. So I'm going to be lifting it, probably putting some 35s on it, and, making an overlander. Yeah, and I have some like small stuff I've done. I just got a set of traction boards. I got a new roof rack. I need to put the roof rack on there. I'm also bought an extra crossbar to the regular Nissan roof rack. And I think I'm going to adapt that so I can take the lights on there. I don't want to put those, LED light bars. I want some old. See, I want to do some like a little kind of, I'm doing like an eclectic type look, old school and new school on the modification. So I want to get some good KC highlights, some old school style round ones. Yes, KC lights, exactly. I want to do the old school on the lights. If I could even track one down, I couldn't do the Trailblazer because it's going to be blocked. The backlights are going to be blocked by the roof rack. So I would do KCs. I've installed KCs. They're easy to do. I would just make sure to put relays on them this time, and I would probably get a Die-Hard Gold battery. Do like 900 cold cranking amps to it. I did do the stereo, but I think I'm gonna have to have someone check it because it's not powering up. So, I I think that, yeah, and I think now the LEDs, yeah, it's nice. I got this one long bar, but it's just too much. Um, just I don't know. Everybody has it. So I want to do originality. So I want, like I said, old school KC highlights. You know, even on the inside, there are certain things that I'm sorry, I want to do old school. I was even thinking of getting one of the old school wink mirrors. I don't know if you guys even know what that is. You know, I'm just wanting to put the good, you know, the old school to the new school. Yeah, a lot of people fully transition. In fact, one of my mods is completely transitioned. Hello, Gigi. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember to hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Sports bikes are cool. I don't ride one. Um, the only sports bike I ride is actually you know, my for triathlon. Actually, it's a stick, Jeff. I do drive a manual transmission. Hello, Ashley. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Eric, many of us are non-believers here. We don't want to start any religious conversations. Thank you, David. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Oh, thank you, Gigi. I try to tell it like it is. I try to be just, you know, I try to take issues and, you know, look at both sides of them. That's what I've done with, you know, I know I could say at one time I wasn't like that when I still identified when I was very conservative, uh, is I would just focus on what the right wanted. And now I focus on what's best. Well said, Deja. You know, I look at both sides of an issue now. I seem to be getting a better. I want to say I'm very happy with the channel lately. Although we do still get our, you know, trolls in here. I think we're getting a good audience, and I hope all of you do subscribe and try to, you know, come in here to the channel as much as possible because we are getting a good group of people in here. David, but that is true. We do need peace in America. Uh, I just find that we need to balance everything. Hello, Fairheart? Fairhat? Welcome to the stream. We're getting another peek of people here. Yes, that's it. It should be respect. We shouldn't try to, uh, try to put each other down or reflect our views onto other people or, try to push them on other people just because we feel a certain way. We should just be able to, we should be able to voice them but not start conflicts over them. Yoggers, what do you mean truth hurts these? My family will support me in anything, Gigi. Yoggers, the way I look at it now, you're starting to treat us like an object. We were having a respectful conversation and it's changing. I don't need to be to be feminine. I do what I need to be feminine for myself. I don't need anything from anyone. The only thing is when I go to the doctor, yes, she helps me in doing my transition with giving me the appropriate medication. I take, the spironolactone to block the testosterone. I get my estrogen and I do progesterone also. And actually do that when you're ready. That's the thing. You can't just jump out and, many people just, think they need to do it right away. Like that's a hard, thing to do. For about 2 years now, but I've been actively transitioning about, I think 15 months now. Like, taking, medically transitioning, I should say. Bye, David. Have a good night. Thank you very much. Coon? Why did I wait? Well, Jason, you gotta look at society. I grew up I was a Gen Xer, and back then there was absolutely no acceptance of the trans population. Now it seems like it became more acceptance, and then now, and then it was easier to be able to transition in a easier manner. So I could tell by the Kojak That's true, Avita. It a lot. I think a lot of it is, you know, like when you look at society where you live too, by location. You know, here in New Mexico, I don't think people care. Nobody, you know, a it's a blue state, uh, and it's very accepted. You see a lot of trans people here. I really don't do video games. Welcome, Yusuf. Please do hit a like and subscribe. I've loved, I mean, not to put video gaming down, but I rather, work on other projects. You know, I'd rather work on my Gem X or, um, you know, and, or just hang out here at home or go hiking or train for a triathlon. There's, lots of things I can do. Actually, the Legos actually sounds fun. I would love to do Legos. Thomas, the only Thomas we have around here is this Thomas back here. Um, I used to do some Modern Warfare, some Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I did one, two, I did Black Ops, but then um, it was just too much time to spend just sitting there at a game console. And then buying games and all that. If I'm gonna pay $60 for a game, I'd rather for $60 I can put it away and buy something for my car. So I'd rather work on my car and continue on the resto mod of it than, you know, yes, I am trans, and no, no, not shame on me. Obviously, people come in here to shame people, but I think they're actually coming in because uh, they're curious. That's what brought them in here is curiosity. Yeah, chasers and bots, exactly. Someone's up and about. Yeah, and someone are genuine. Oh yeah, we don't. Yadira and Avita know who to take out. Um, and we get this respect from people that are political and people that are religious. And that's how it always is, because those are the two ways that people use it to kind of, I would say, I don't, would to almost basically demonize us. They do it in a political way, they do it in a, with their religious point of view also. Hello and welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Um, you're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Monkey K, you're back. That's the second time I see you say that. You're here. Are you asking for you to subscribe on here? Just click the subscribe button. Actually, we've had a pretty good. We just like last night. I don't know if you were in here. We've had a great chat. Now we're starting to get the Jesus trolls. It seems like it. I don't know if they just left whatever spiritual session they had, but my room. This is basically my living room. I have a one bedroom place, and off to this side, as you can see, I have a trans flag there. That's my wall. Right over here is this is technically supposed to be a balcony, a door to a balcony, but there's no railing on it. Over here, I do have, as you can see, a little shelving unit. Right here where this light is, there is a little treasure chest with gems in it and simulated gold coins. And you can see that I do have some neon lights. I was cleaning up today, so I was cleaning my rifle, and I set it there. Has no bolt carrier in it. And then you can see I was mopping up the room. There's my dog. Well, if Jesus is supposed to be so good, why is he asking you to drink beer? Hello, everyone. Welcome to stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. We are at 60 likes. We're going to start making our goal to talk about my life. I have a great life. Hello, Gerald. Oh, that's a Spikes Tactical AR-15. It's a Bushnell scope. It does have Magpul buttstock, and then I have kind of an angled foregrip, because one thing I've learned in using it when I go to the range, and that's the only place I use it at, is that keeping a horizontal grip rather than a vertical foregrip gives you more stabilization when using it. I don't know if I would want a 5.56 pistol. I already have a 9mm. I have a 9mm, I have a 6-hour P226. I was looking, I was hesitant to show that because the YouTube rules are that basically you can't really, you can show them, but you can't handle them. I guess those are the new rules. So my whole life story would take so long to talk about. It's I mean, and I also have a knife collection. I have a K-bar that my uncle that used to work in U.S. Customs um, gave me. I have my grandfather's old Boy Scout knife, which actually has a mural on it. Um, Actually, I haven't eaten dinner. I just got and started streaming, and I haven't eaten dinner. Oh, I know. Thank you, Yadira. We are doing fantastic this stream. I don't know. Should I go for another half hour? Because we're already coming up on the third hour. Guys, if you want to help out for next year's project to help the homeless, um, please do, give a super chat, even if it's a small one. Every little bit helps. 20% of or 10% of what goes in for super chats does go to what my friend and I called Rapture 2025 last year, so it'll be 2026 next year. Basically, what we do is it's Rapture with a WRAPTURE. And it's to help the homeless get warm during the cold months here in Albuquerque. I will be making care packages from here to then. My goal is to make 100 of them. I want to get 100 pairs of socks, 100 pairs of gloves, 100 beanies, and 100 mylar lined uh, like raincoats. So when it snows, they can stay warm. And I'm going to go and give them to 100 homeless people. I did it last year. I did I will do it again. Last year it was just beanies and gloves, and every single penny came out of my pocket. So this next year I will do it, but hopefully we can do it by um, I can do it by super chats and from purchasing any merch in the merch store. I've had a few people purchase items this week. I know one of my mods just purchased a mouse pad. She did send me a Snapchat of it. And then, well, I did purchase one of my blankets. It's awesome. I used it last night for the first time. So welcome. Always remember that this Sunday is Star Wars Day. It is May the 4th. So may the 4th be with you. No, I have not heard of the Chinese Godfather. So Sunday will be last year on May the 4th. I actually did a stream and listed my favorite Star Wars movies, like from my least favorite to my most favorite. And I give my rationale why. I don't um, Oh, pretty good there. You're splitting. This year, maybe I'll do a video about my favorite. I wonder, should I do. Hmm. I'm going to do one about my favorite Star Wars characters. Maybe I should do my favorite Rebel Alliance ones and maybe my favorite, like favorite good guys, favorite bad guys. So, I think maybe I'll do that. I'm thinking, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Do two videos, um, or like my favorite. Do one, my top 10 just favorite characters of all Star Wars. Because it's hard to do it because you got Star Wars TV shows and you got movies, so it's kind of a hard one to I did, Emma, experience dysphoria, but I grew up in a very, very misogynistic society. I'm of Mexican descent, and plus going to Catholic school and then becoming Mormon. Mr. Fine, I do not have, I used to have an OnlyFans. I was not getting memberships, but well, Joshua, sí soy un mexicano. Soy mexicana. Mi primer idioma fue español. Well, what I see here, I see a sign here, I see a plush elf here, I see another little. Well, I did what usually kind of what I do here, but OnlyFans obviously gives you more freedom to. Yes, you can. Yeah, there's a lot of environments where you can't transition in. Or a lot. There's society, no, societal norms, cultural norms, religious ones. Oh, yeah, I don't let these people get to me. That's awesome, Deja. Make sure you don't go over there. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the stream. Do hit a like, subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, although your name does look familiar. Just sitting here chatting. We're going on, well, actually, we're turning over to hour number 4. We've been at it for 3 hours now. Over the last 48 hours, we've had 12,000 views. We are now up to 1,553 subs. But many other faiths and religions would. I'm just saying that, Timothy. I'm not going to say that the Jewish church does, but Me, I was Mormon, and Mormonism attacks it. In fact, they just made a very horrible policy about towards trans people last, think if I'm right, August. I did do a video on it, and if you looked at my whole video series about my deconstruction from the Mormon Church, in fact, that's what the video series is called, and I'm still working on it. That is in there. I did the first day that the policy went through, I did a video on it reading from NBC News, and then I did one straight from the church's archives and handbooks, reading exactly what their policy is. I was able to get in there. Thank you, Amir. I hadn't seen your comment there. Thank you for the compliment. Hello, Laura. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. Try home. Please do hit a like, subscribe if you guys want to help out. Please do hit super sticker, super chat. Thank you, Laura. 20% of anything collected on here does go to charity. 80% just helps improve the channel. So yeah, I agree with you there, Deja. Thank you very much, Laura. So yes, over the weekend, I'm gonna post several videos on my channel also. Sunday, I am going to let me have maybe a vote here. I don't know how many of you are into Star Wars. Yes, I do have 2 mods in here. I have Yadira and I have Avita. So I don't know how many of you are into Star Wars. I'm trying to get trying to think of, should I make a list of the best female characters and best male characters, or best movie characters and the best Star Wars series characters? I don't know which way to go. So yeah, you're gender fluid, Deja, and just be confident of yourself. I agree that Star Wars was kind of changed. Oh, Deja, thank you. Guys, let's thank Deja. She just gave a $49.99 super sticker. Deja, you are fantastic. Just helps the channel grow and help others out. Yeah, that's my that's Thomas. Thomas is a Dalmatian mix. Someone thinks healer, like a blue healer type mix. DJ, you have a good night. Thank you once again for that super sticker. There he is right there. Just know that, like how Deja did right now and gave a super sticker or uh, or a super chat, 5% will go to the rescue where I rescued him from. It's called Albuquerque. No, it's called Animal Humane New Mexico. And it was a very nice place to go. They had little places where you could meet him, and and then you could take him out to this little play area and play with them. Like he had a large room to himself, probably about the size of this living room. Now he is deaf. That's why me talking doesn't wake him up. So he is deaf. Knows a little bit of sign language. So then another 5% will go to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, and the other 10% will go to help the homeless for next winter. This is what I did this winter. I'll be right back. This past winter, I walked around Albuquerque giving homeless people a beanie and some gloves, at least to keep two critical parts of their body warm. And so then what happens is, at least that was, so now I'm thinking I'm gonna get them. Bossman, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. That is greatly appreciated. My family treats me just fine. They're very accepting. Even if your super chat is, yesterday I had someone put on John 3:16 on here. If you put a super chat that's religious and seeing that I'm an atheist, I'll read it. So yeah, like I said, with the money that does 20% of the money from here, 10% goes to buying more stuff for the homeless. Next year, it's going to be an entire care package. It's going to be the beanie, the gloves, a pair of socks, and a Mylar lined jacket. So they'll be able to stay warm when it snows here in Albuquerque. My goal is to make sure that everybody is, you know, warm. That's why we call it. That's why we call it Rapture 505. You know, it's like WRAPTURE. I bought my own beanie. It is red and it has like a little moon type thing on there. Yes, so I'm already looking at the socks I am going to purchase. I'm not gonna like, you know, buy something expensive. Well, boss man, you have your opinion. My subscribers, I get more compliments about it than uh, insults. Thank you, Omega. Welcome to the stream. Tyler, I was just reading your comment. That was pretty good. Hello, everyone. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. I do want to say thank you to everyone who has given super chats tonight and super stickers. We've had Vincent Vega give a $2 super chat. Cincinnati Drew give a $1.99. Deja gave a $49.99 super sticker, and Bossman just gave $1.99 in a super chat. So I do want to thank them all. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We are at 3 hours and 15 minutes. Wow, this is a long stream. Joseph Fry, I've already been through my religious and faithful phase, and it's not about that. This is just about me wanting to help. You don't have to be a member of an organized faith or religion to just want to be a good person. Hello everyone and welcome. We're going to start buying, I think we're going to start. Welcome Brandy, thank you. Please do hit a like, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. We are at 5,528 views. We're getting close to yesterday. Hello, Maida. Welcome to the stream. Please do leave a like, subscribe. We have been talking. I think my last conversation was that but you don't even have to be a follower of Jesus to do anything good. So me, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in any God or anything. I'm doing great, Marina. We're having a great stream. You know, we've had, we've hit 65 likes. You know, we've had a pretty much pretty respectful. Yes, we get our people that come in here and troll around. Many of my subscribers are, you know, I will say, are atheists or agnostic, and people will come in here and start spreading religious, you know, to be like religious trolls, basically. And basically, we try to keep, you know, religion and faith out of here. But other than that, we've had a great stream. Right now, we have received, the channel has received $55 in super chats and stickers, at which 10% of that goes to buying things to keep the homeless warm during the winter. This will, I've already, you know, that's what I will do with part of the, you know, that 10%. Then 5% goes to the rescue where I got my dog at, and the other 5% goes to Transgender Resource Center in New Mexico. Hello, Anastasia. Why, Anastasia, have you been on here before, or heard of the channel, or is, I'm glad to see that you caught us here, though. We're having a great stream. Any country I'd love to visit out there in Europe would be Greece. Greece has always caught my attention. Yeah, I could imagine the time difference is huge. Hello everyone and welcome. We've got a long stream going here. We're already almost at 3 hours and 30 minutes. It's definitely helping the live stream grow. We're at 1,557 subscribers now, and we were at 1533. That means we've gotten 24 new subs. Sounds good, Anastasia. It might be a little bit, especially with, you know, way things are right now with getting passports here in the U.S. Okay, what is it? Mixoone? Mixon? Uh, Drag is very different. There's cross-dressing, there's drag, and there's being a trans woman. Drag is an art form where the makeup is exaggerated and they do, perform on stage. McTail, okay. So cross-dressing is someone that has just, you know, it's a male that just wants to try on women's clothes. Myself, I'm a transgender woman, someone that I'm a male that does not feel comfortable with my gender assigned at birth. And therefore I am transitioning to be a woman. So I am a transgender woman. Hello, Echo. Welcome. Yeah, long time no see. Welcome to the stream. Echo is another long time sub. Hello and welcome everyone. All of a sudden everybody's starting to get up and I'm going. Yes, Echo is also a trans woman. We have several here that are trans women. I don't know, uh, Fortnite. I couldn't tell you. So, okay, so you've never spoken to a trans person? Yeah, many of us will, pass, and you may not even know that you're talking to one. The thing is with the trans population, which is unfortunate, I'm gonna say, is the ones that catch the most flack is the transgender woman. Well, actually, that Ethan, that wasn't cool of them. That well, it's just that you feel that you have more of the female tendencies if you're a male. You feel like, you know, you want to do more, like myself, I always wanted to do more female things, wanted to dress like a female. So, and it, then you just feel uncomfortable as, the person they assigned you at birth. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. And that can happen, Echo. Yes. I feel so, I feel much more confident nowadays. I could not, before I probably wouldn't have been able to do a stream. Now I can get on here daily and do a stream. Why do you want me to stand? I could imagine. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. I wonder if we can hit, at the pace we're going, let's see, we're at 15:58. I wonder if we can hit 1,600 subscribers by the end of the weekend. Because if we're averaging about close to 30 a stream, it's possible. I didn't even see those. Yeah, and my goal is to hit 3,000 to 3,500 by the end of the year. I wonder if we can make that. Oh, you were on his channel? Oh, that's awesome. I wish I'll probably have to go look for it. I'm gonna go look at his channel and check it out. I am gonna try to talk to a friend of mine, see if. Okay, I will check out his live stream. I am also going to I'm gonna start doing some, Echo, maybe we need to do one. I know Deja wants to do another because I've done one with Deja already. I also have a friend, her name is Colaberry, she's in the UK. We talked about doing a follow-up one because we did one close to a year ago. Well, I am awake, Alessandro. So, why would you say I'm woke? I just follow what I feel about certain topics. I think your assumption may be because, but why does everybody that voted for Kamala have to be woke? I did vote for her, but it doesn't mean I'm woke. You're making an assumption. So, Alessandro, how do you think I feel about First Amendment, or not First Amendment, but Second Amendment rights? That's awesome of you, Deja. I think everybody should also follow Deja's channel. My pup's name is Thomas. Well, I'm an independent. I'm registered independent, so I can vote. I can look at everything from my perspective. I look at things from both sides of the coin. I used to be very conservative, but I saw that there's lots of wrong going on that side too. And the liberal side, yeah, there's it's not all right either. I will tell you, I fully back the Second Amendment. I have my collection, and I was cleaning mine today. So, I mean, um, most people would not expect someone that's woke to believe that much in the Second Amendment. Well said, Emily. Oh, I thought she was kind of defending us there. Thank you, Aiden. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe, everyone. Guys, we're probably going to break a 4-hour live stream tonight. And I'm going to probably have to watch the rest of The Kingsman because I was watching it. Yeah, and they're always going to follow. And I echo. I was I was a I was big in the Mormon church, and that's how basically that's how they gaslight you. That was faith is a way of gaslighting, basically. Hello, Squirmy. Thank you, Emily. Yeah, I saw your last comment, and it looks like it was supporting. Oh, guys, if we only need like 600 more views, and we'll surpass yesterday because we're at 6,000 views. That's awesome, Anastasia. I support anybody that, pretty much that I get along with. I'm not going to take a side. I know people ask me about the Israel-Palestinian thing, and I'm not going to take a side on that because I have people on my channel from both sides. I have people on my channel from Russia. I have people on my channel from Ukraine. So it's all about who the person is. Because I got someone, that's what I was going to see happen. Benito, I knew you were going to go there. And that is what turns me away from religious or anything. Because people such as yourself, other churches will always say they're the chosen ones or the true church, or and that's why we don't do religion or faith here. That is basically it. You know, people, will root beer, no. Being just a kind person is the only way. You don't have to follow an entity, a person, or anything. The story of Star Wars is the same thing as the Bible, you guys. Why don't you just follow Jediism? Or, there's so many, every faith has the same story of creation, and guess what? And they all think they're the true one. Cats come in many different colors, Andrew. Well, conservative is obviously a person that one has very right-wing belief. They, they focus on, you know, basically, and I'm going to tell you how when I was conservative, I was very anti-LGBTQ. I was, uh, the one I kind of stood on middle ground though was Roe v. Wade because I have a daughter. So if anybody ever did anything to my daughter, I would like her to have that right. So that's the only thing I really, at that time, I only stood like towards the middle. But before I was anti-LGBTQ, I was, very uh, pro Second Amendment. Uh, I mean, I was hardcore about it. I would back every candidate that the right wing brought in, and follow what issues that they were and how they were gonna uh, do it. Mitt Romney campaign, I was at their headquarters making phone calls and everything. But now I just focus on one issue at a time. Oh, okay. Correct, Deja. I just started seeing that there are many, many things that were. I needed to really analyze issues rather than just take them according to the political party I belong to. That's why I went to the independent part, and now I can vote according to what I feel is right. That dope sauce, I don't understand that perception people have. Why why do they think that because someone is trans that they're you know that they're gonna mess with children? I don't understand that perception that people or assumption people have made. Um, I'm gonna say something, and uh, I don't know how many of you as a kid, if you were, mm, just say if you were male, I that's true, Deja, and I've said that before. That's true, JD. It's just something that they don't understand. And, but why was it okay, me as a child when I was, you know, male, why was it okay for my mom to take me into the women's bathroom? And what if a father, what if his daughter, and he had a daughter and the mom had passed away? It was difficult. So what would happen if it's a father taking his daughter out somewhere, and she's too little to go to the bathroom by herself? Is it not okay for him to take her into the guy's bathroom? It comes to that, that's the question. Well, this is where people are saying that us as trans women should not go into the women's bathroom. But when a father, is out with the daughter and has to take her in the guy's bathroom, it's the same thing. The people are just making a big deal about 1% of the population. Mr. GQ, I don't think that's something we should talk on here. Well, everyone, we're going on our last 15 minutes because we are here on a 4-hour live stream. We hadn't done one of these in a while. I think the last one we did was, no, it's not. If I, why is it okay for me when I had my daughter, when my daughter was over at my house, when my ex-wife and I had shared custody, and we went out to eat somewhere, why could I take her into the men's restroom where every, she would walk by and everything? Oh, really, Michelle? There's no lost mommy issue. Um, but basically, it's a double standard that's being placed. Hello, Jake. But Chuck, but you're telling me that me, I, since my gender identity does not align to what I was born at, then, and I'm uncomfortable going to the men's restroom, that I cannot go into a women's. Why? Go ahead, Jake. No, it's because someone said that I should not be in the same bathroom as her. Oh, I understand that, JD. True, Deja. Hello, everyone, and welcome. That's a good question. I don't know, Jake. Um, I do have Palestinian members in here. I don't know if any of mine are in here. Well, thank you, Daddy and the Caddy, for the $2 super chat there. Will help spread the algorithm and help donate to helping out the homeless. So thank you very much. He does say, Michael Jordan voice, get some help. Stop it, get some help. Well, Daddy and the Caddy, I have sought therapy, and transition is what they told me to do. Well, the thing is that either way, we're going to get persecuted. You know, if if I go into a men's restroom, I'm sure I'm going to get my good share of hate. If I go into women's, and there's the chance of getting hate there too. So it's basically a lose-lose for myself or all my other trans friends here. The thing is, the Stonewall riots and everything that they fought for in Stonewall was mainly a trans woman that started uh, all of the pride uh, and gay rights activism. What do you mean? What did I do to get here? Hello, Chloe. I did not vote for Trump. Yes, Yadira is doing a fantastic job. She's been a moderator here about 1 or 2 weeks, but she's been doing great. Hello, Joe. Welcome to the stream. Yadira, yes, remember, you're doing fantastic. We're probably going to cut off in the next 10 minutes because, yeah, we're going on a 4-hour live stream. But see, that's the thing. It's an assumption that I'm a potential predator. But even even a guy that's in a male restroom can be a potential predator. So it depends how much video game you play. It can make you think, you know, in a certain way. You know, for example, someone that plays Call of Duty a lot or whatever, because I have played Call of Duty, but I hardly even, I don't even have a game console anymore. You know, they'll think they know how to actual handle an like an AR-15 or whatever, and those are probably the ones that get more into. I think it may actually have some influence on people and finally get their hands on one and think that they can just go out and, um, you know, do a mass shooting or whatever. But I may be wrong. Everything has to be in moderation pretty much. No problem, Magnus. Okay, you guys, we're going to start closing up here. I believe we have beat yesterday's stream. Yeah, they're pretty even. So we did do really, really good on subs again. If we keep going this, we have done close to 30 subs today. Let's see. Yeah, I think we got like 28. So I do want to thank everyone. I do want to thank everyone that has given super chats today. Deja, once again, you've helped out in that aspect. Remember, everything that does go in super chats and super stickers, 20% goes to charity, 10% being to help warm the homeless during the winter time, and right now it will help us get more stuff. Deja, you're amazing. Look at that. So, like I said, it will help warm the homeless uh, next winter. And I'm going to start purchasing some of the items right now. Um, 5% will go to Animal Humane New Mexico. Uh, and yeah, see, I got him there. And um, the other 5% will go to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico. Thank you once again. I do want to say thanks to my moderators, Yadira and Avita. I also want to say a special thank you to um, Deja for her donations. And I want to thank, um, let's see, I want to see if I can find all of, let's go. I had Vincent give a $2 super chat. That was awesome. Cincinnati Drew gave a $1.99 super chat. Deja with a $49.99 super sticker. Daddy in the Caddy $2 in a super chat, and Deja with just another $19.99 super chat. So thanks to all of you for supporting. And it will all help in the end. So have a great night, everybody. Remember, if you are in a crisis, please do call the crisis line. If you are feeling down, depressed, hopeless, sad, confused, or angry, if you having thoughts of hurting yourself or someone else, if you are a veteran and in a crisis, do dial 988 and press 1. Also, if you are having any problems with drug or alcohol abuse, also if you just have something on your shoulders and need to talk to someone about it, please do so. You have a great night, and thank you for joining me here. Remember, I am Jules. All of you are my treasures. You were in Area 5T1, and thank you, and have a great night.